Namaste and hello Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant Rising signs. Welcome to your free reading with me for July 2019. So a couple things. If you're experiencing like static noise in the video, I apologize. I can't figure out what it is that's doing that. It seems to come and go, and I can't pinpoint the cause of it or figure out how to fix it. So hopefully someday it'll just be permanently solved. But in the meantime, I've noticed, and I've had feedback also from people telling me that if you just adjust the volume, a lot of times that'll fix it. So if you're going to stick around, I'm going back to the week by week for this month. So we're doing an approximate week by week, looking at 4 weeks for July, and then I'm also doing some theme cards for you for the overall month of July. The theme cards are going to include one card from the Amy Brown Fairy Wisdom deck, which I will read in full out of the book. It's also going to include a Secret Language of Color card and zodiac cards. So we're looking at Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant Rising signs for the month of July 2019. And when I do the week by week Pisces, I'm going to use the Mermaid Oracle, the Animal Wisdom Tarot, and the Earth Magic deck. Pisces. Okay. And Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant Rising sign. If you have any questions or anything specific you want Spirit to respond to, give you messages about, or like guidance about, I think now is a really good time to just bring it to the front of your mind and kind of ask Spirit internally, or you can say it out loud, of course, too. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, Rising signs, the month of July 2019. Oops. Okay. And mermaids are the last ones. Okay. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, Rising signs, month of July 2019. Alright, Pisces, so what I'm doing is I'm going to look at your theme cards first and just give my initial impressions here, and then I'm going to go into each week, and then I'll go back through the week, and I'm going to read just a little bit out of the booklet for the animal tarot cards for each of those, and then I'm going to go back into the theme, read the fairy card for you, and just kind of tie it in. So starting off with your theme, you have the wind element from the fairy deck. I love this image. The wind element. You also have the color silver, be persistent. And you have Actually, several people or several signs have gotten these cards in various ways, either reversed or upright this month. So you have the first house, Aries, showing up reversed, and you have the 11th house, Aquarius, showing up right side up. So when the cards from the zodiac deck show up reversed like this, to me, it indicates a blockage or an imbalance or some obstacles related to that house or the energy of that sign. And so you have that going on with Aries, the first house, but you have Aquarius, the 11th house, right side up. So Aries is the sign of I am. It has to do with your identity. It also has to do with new beginnings, independence, initiation, leadership. It can have a lot to do with your self-esteem too, and how you feel about yourself. Like I mentioned, its key phrase is I am, and also, you know, like the feedback you get from others about yourself, I think too, to a degree, and your self-esteem. So there could be some blockages or imbalances there, and this month it may be, you know, that you're just kind of being asked to become aware of that, and you know, that it'll pass in its own time. It's something to accept, or a lot of times it shows up because it's ready to be shifted. You know, the blockages are ready to be moved, imbalances are ready to be rebalanced, so there may be healing going on as a theme, connected into the first house, the sign of Aries, for you, connected into, you know, who you are, how you feel about yourself, your identity, you know, your independence, or some sort of leadership role that you have or are going to be taking on. And the 11th house is house, you know, Aquarius. It's a house of humanitarianism and our connections with people. It's also how we're unique and different from other people. This happens to be the sign in the house that governs, like, rule breaking, the exceptions to the rules, sort of the weirdo or the eccentric one. So there's that element to it. It's also sudden change, for better or worse. It's surprises. It's technology, the internet. So that's interesting to see as well. Some of you may be working on some sort of humanitarian project. All right, let's jump into the week by week. So the first week, you have wind activation. So wind is definitely a theme here. And then here we have, you know, activation that ties into that Aries energy. So right off the bat, starting off the month, you've got this card popping up. You also have Pig, nurturer of fossils. And this is the Queen of Pentacles in traditional tarot decks, or the Queen of Coins. It's also a pig year in Chinese astrology, so I think there's maybe some significance with that. It's pretty interesting. And you have farewell sorry, my voice is starting to go or something. Farewell to the moon. Appreciate and enjoy the lunar light and cycles. So I feel like this card is also referring to perhaps like short-term, shorter cycles within your own life, within your body, physiology, and within your life. So we have like short-term cycles, things happen, you know, daily, weekly, you know, monthly, regularly, like that. And then we have longer-term cycles, like one's birthday, or, you know, anniversary, and 10-year anniversaries and things like this. So this would be shorter-term cycles. And Pig, nurturer of fossils, we'll read out of the booklet a little bit about that. But this could be referring to an earth sign, especially a female, but not necessarily. It wouldn't have to be a female. So that would be a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, and could especially be referring to a Taurus, but any of those really. So for some of you, that may be the case. Or it could be referring to your own energy, it could be referring to work, it could be referring to receiving resources, sharing resources of yours, or sharing other people sharing resources with you, whether it's money or something else, some other resource. This can also have to do with your health, well-being, feeling grounded, feeling stable, feeling nurtured, like you have what you need. Okay, enjoying what you have. There can be an element here of even excess, like having more than you need and then perhaps sharing it with others, or having, a time where you're pampering yourself, where you're enjoying abundance. So we have that, and then we have that wind activation card. So there's apt to be something that's you're putting energy into, or the universe is putting energy into something, activating something. It may not be like brand new, like, oh, I have an idea. That's more like the initial spark, right? But it's like, okay, now I've done some stuff behind the curtains and it's going out on the stage. So it could be many different things. It could be starting a new job. It could be creative energy. It could be you're receiving money to fund something that you've been wanting to fund, or to pay off some debts you've been wanting to pay off, anything like that. Receiving different resources could be possible. And this farewell to the moon card, I do also feel for some of you it is asking you this first week of July to go outside and observe the moon, go outside and look at the stars. For some of you, you might be there might be a change in your sleep. You might be sleeping better, more soundly, or you might be doing some moonlighting, staying up later. There could be something going on in the first week of July related to where the moon is, okay, where, what sign the moon is in, or the phases of the moon, and it may benefit you to look into that and to work with that in harmony. So let's take a look at week 2. You have rainbow blessings, okay, another earthy card from the Animal Wisdom deck. So you have rainbow blessings. You have 3 of major arcana, cow, earth mother. This is the Empress in traditional tarot deck. So this is an energy of manifestation, creation, nurturing. It's very similar to the Queen of Pentacles in a lot of ways. And then you have adrift, letting go, allowing a higher force to take charge for a time. Yeah. So I think in the second week, Spirit is asking you, I'm going to turn the light on so you can view the cards better maybe. Spirit is asking you to kind of release, let go of things you can't change, release stress attached to that, and give it over to God, your angels, your spirit guides, higher power. And to relax and connect in with the earth, to appreciate the blessings in your life and what you have, and raise your vibration. And the rainbow card too, it can be that combination of rain and sun, right? So it's instead of focusing on how you feel like a victim, understanding that even when crap happens that maybe makes you a victim, there's something positive that you can focus on. There's that rainbow that's created, and it's created when you bring in optimism, right? When you bring in positive thinking, optimism, and open mind, when you sort of say, okay, God, I don't know what you're doing, but you're doing it, and I don't have to be in control of everything, so I accept that. Okay. So rainbow can also be mixed blessings, or it can be really beautiful, really beautiful blessings, and things created from two opposite energies as well. So then we have, put the animal cards on top, the third week. For your third week, you have ocean, ebb and flow. You have goat, shadow god of liberation. This is another major arcana card. It is the devil card in traditional tarot decks. And you have falling in love, kissing the divine in another, in yourself. So yeah, some of you might be falling in love, or have your romantic life heat up a bit. That's not necessarily the case for everybody, but it could be the case for some of you, a partnership or some sort of romantic, sexual attraction, relationship, love partnership, that kind of thing. For some of you, this could be falling in love with life, or falling in love with somebody in a platonic sense, you know, like you love their energy, you love being around them. Could be falling in love with a job or a piece of furniture. Maybe you find the perfect couch, you know, that kind of thing. Falling in love, though, it's a very beautiful energy here. Seeing the divine in others, whether that's one person that's really got your attention and your fancy, or you're just seeing the divine in everybody, what have you. It's a notable energy here for you in the third week. And then we have this goat, shadow god of liberation card, 15 major arcana. And this is an energy of wildness, you know, being wild. And sometimes it's a little bit self-destructive, a little bit too wild, and it needs to be like reined in and brought down, sort of a rebellious energy, the things that get suppressed and repressed, and eventually like coming out into the light, that kind of thing. So we'll read a little more about it in the booklet, but what I am noticing is that you have this ocean card of ebb and flow here coming to the surface as well. So there's a need for like balance. There's a need to accept the tides. You know, if you're in love with somebody, this is cautioning you to avoid becoming obsessed with them, or if you have a crush, avoid becoming obsessed with them. Enjoy time away from them, time on your own, and then also being able to enjoy when they're around you, when they're with you, when they're giving you attention. It's like they can't give you attention all of the time. There has to be that ebb and flow, and vice versa, you to them. And that's the case with whatever is going on here in the third week, whether it's like a job that you're really excited about and you just want to put all your energy into it, or some sort of project, hobby, adventure, whatever. It's talking about, like, you know, pace and balance, ebb and flow, the tides. Sometimes, you know, it could be like money going out, money coming in, whatever the situation is. There is a message here of like, this too shall pass. It will not remain one way forever. There's the ebb and there's the flow. There's the coming and the going of it, the releasing and so forth. So let's see what you have for the fourth week. In the fourth week, you have music, harmony. You have hummingbird, 6 of branches. It's beautiful energy. And you have, I don't even know how to pronounce this. I'm going to spell it for you. It's Yemaya. Yemaya is how I'd say it, but I'm not sure if that's the right way to say it. It's grandmother ocean, primordial. I also want to point out, Pisces is associated with the ocean. The 12th house in Pisces, your sign is associated with the ocean. It's covered, they correspond. And so it's really interesting to see your energies showing up this 3rd and 4th week in this way. Okay, so this can be literally connecting into the oceans and the energy of the ocean. It can also be connecting into your roots and like, I don't know, ancient wisdom, ancient history of the planet, of the universe, the vastness, vast possibilities. But I do feel like there's an element here for some of you about like what is, always has been, and always will be. Universal laws, universal truths, and connecting with the ocean. The ocean's a great example of these sorts of things. It's also like primitive energies too, like lineage, like grandparents, like ancestors, that type of energy. Okay. So let's look at the animal cards in the booklet. You start off the month, the first week, with Nurture of Fossils, the pig card. And there it is. Qualities associated with this card are caring, generous, loving, and content. And its underlying message is slow down, soak in the sunshine, bask in the beauty of nature, enjoy. You may have something new going on, sort of new. Something might be, finally hitting that activation stage, wind coming in, and that's great. But I feel like Spirit is saying, don't let the wind blow you away. Remain grounded here. Okay, slow down, soak in the sunshine, bask in the beauty of nature, enjoy. It's an energy of contentment, love, generosity, and caring, and these are great things for you to embrace and to seek out in others too. Giving and receiving. Then we have the 3 of Major Arcana, the Cow Earth Mother card. The Empress in traditional decks. Keynotes with this card are nourishment, protection, goodness, and love. And the underlying message is trust life, share, nurture, and participate with delight. So that seems like kind of a theme for the second week, is trusting life and having optimism, enjoying things. Then the third week, the Goat card, 15 Major Arcana, Devil in traditional tarot. Keynotes with this card are dark fears, secret desires, power, enslavement, and freedom. So it could be like a little bit of a power struggle with you and a romantic partner for some of you. Or with somebody else, but you've got that fallen in love card. Some of you, that might be the case, and you or your partner might be afraid of something, afraid of losing each other, afraid of getting too close, all kinds of fears and stuff that come along with the territory. So there's that element of enslavement and freedom. This could even be like drug addiction type stuff. That also comes up with the Devil card sometimes, because we wind up being enslaved to an addiction. But this card also offers freedom and liberation. So you may be, doing that, liberating yourself and freeing yourself by learning to have patience and accept the ebb and flow of situations. The underlying message here is embrace your shadow, liberate your life. So we have to acknowledge the truth rather than just keep denying it and suppressing it and pushing it down. We have to actually acknowledge our shadow and face our shadow and accept our shadow and send love to it in order to liberate yourself. Does that make sense? And I feel like, negative emotions can really get it can kind of manifest times with this too, like guilt, jealousy, shame, and instead of belittling yourself for them, you kind of have to accept them, send them some love, and let them transform and raise in vibration to something else if you want that freedom and liberation from it. Not sure. This is going to affect people differently. It's a general reading. But your last animal wisdom card is Hummingbird, Six of Branches. This is the Six of Rods or the Six of Wands in traditional tarot. Themes are victory, success, recognition, inspiration, and illumined presence. The underlying message is remember what guides you. So it's very beautiful. This last week of July, it feels like there's this deep, eternal truth that you're coming home to and you're relaxing into, and it brings you success. You're vibing at that frequency of success and victory. A lot of you, you're feeling inspiration because you've got this music harmony card too. It's like you're dancing along, I don't know. But there's something very primordial. The word's right there, primordial. There's this deep truth and this deep inner knowing and connection to your core. Maybe that's what it is, your core. I feel like you're moving in good harmony with the universe. You're seeing some sort of success, and that remember what guides you thing, that's where it's being reinforced here. Remember what guides you. It's like coming home to your truth, the deep truth. And you're a part of energy is always in motion, right? So it's kind of like rhythm and music, and that's kind of a truth, a universal truth. And it's nice to be sitting in the truth, I think, for you. So looking back at these theme cards, this persistence card, be persistent, silver, I feel like your persistence is really going to pay off, whether you're working on yourself and transforming negativity into positivity as you work on achieving goals and being in good harmony with others. Let me read the wind element card for you now. Okay, keyword is wind. It says, feel the wind on a blustery day. As it blows directly into your face and whips your hair back into... let me start over. Feel the wind on a blustery day as it blows directly into your face and whips your hair into a backward stream. Feel what it feels like as it hits the different areas of your body. Feel how its current moves around your body and blows your clothing about. Hear it. Sometimes it is as if the wind is voicing to you a stream of words as it roars past. There is a mighty presence in the wind, bolstered by its energy. Nope. I skipped it. I'm so sorry. Here we go. There is a mighty presence in the wind, a great force. You can feel it as you brace yourself for its impact. This power is there for you to harness. Imagine yourself one with the wind, bolstered by its energy. Next time there is a strong wind, slip outside and just run with it. I have watched my cat do this, and it seems as if she is in a whole other state of being when she runs with the wind. She is exhilarated. Animals, like fairies, instinctively know just what to do. What would you like the wind to blow to you? Where would you like it to blow to you? You too. The wind is a perfect example of the incredible power of the universe. Make a pinwheel today. Okay, and there's a little chant here, and it says, "O ever-powerful wind, embrace me in your rolling midst. Whisper the ancient words of magic in my ears, that I may harness your strength and power. In your billowing arms, you bring to me my good. So be it." All right, Pisces. This looks lovely. I think you're healing issues having to do with your self-confidence. If you feel like you've forgotten who you are in any way, shape, or form, I feel like you're coming home to yourself. You're reconnecting with yourself and who you are, and you're feeling more like yourself this month. Regaining independence in some sense too for some of you. And there's an energy of spirituality here too, and it's making you a better humanitarian. It's making you in better harmony with the rhythms of life and other people, and it looks really beautiful. I hope you have a wonderful month. If you're interested in getting a personal reading, or you want a reading on a specific topic type situation, let me know, because I've narrowed down my personal readings to about, I think it's 5 or 6 now, but I'm also doing pick-a-pile readings for various topics and situations and things, and they're a lot of fun. So I'd be glad to direct you in that direction if you're interested in that. Have a wonderful month. Take care. Be well. Bye-bye.